Test, 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 test. Guess what time it is? That's right. Time for another Hasbro Marvel Legends live stream rundown. Didn't we just do this, like, last week? Earlier this week, they announced that it was going to be on Instagram, which is kind of a swerve. I'm used to it being on YouTube. I'm not as familiar with Instagram. But there I thought, oh, well, if it's happening on Instagram, it'll be short and sweet, and they'll just run through a couple of things and move along. It didn't warrant a full-on YouTube live stream. I was wrong. They showed more than I thought they would, and they went longer than I expected. But then again, Rambler's gonna ramble, right? I ain't got nothing against that. But I'm not going to go as long as they did. The whole point of the rundown is to and I'm still talking. Why don't we just get to the toys? First up was the Disney Plus wave Sharon Carter from Falcon and Winter Soldier. And this is woman in regular clothes, green jacket. They teased it like it was going to be She-Hulk, who had her trailer yesterday. And I should have known that was too early. But if you're collecting MCU, then this is needed for the shelf. She made some appearances in the movies, and then during this show, she proved herself a major player. Then there was the Amazing Bagman, another fan favorite. Another thing I don't like about Instagram, you can't turn off the comments like you can on YouTube, so I had to suffer that. Just hellscape. We hate fun! But I wanted Peter Parker in his Bagman costume. Yeah, it's essentially a Fantastic Four body with a bag and a kick-me sign that you can plug in anywhere in your collection. Like I said, it just looked like a fun figure. May not be fun to track down, although Target is so hit and miss lately, isn't it? Sometimes it's tough, sometimes it shows up. You can never tell. Hopefully, this being a Target exclusive is easy to get for those of us who want it. Ooh, but Firelord started a fire under me. Is that the proper term? Got Galactus coming, got Heralds of Galactus coming. Firelord just adds to that. Plus, it's a neat-looking old-school character. Has the fire on the head, the flaming Q-tip, as they kept referring to it. Now I will never be able to see it any other way. And Dwight's comment on the eyebrows was crazy old man, which you couldn't see in the Instagram. Another strike against Instagram Live. It's so small, and you're just... what's going on there? But the promo pictures came out just as I was walking in here to record, so you can get a look at that, and they are crazy, but oh so good. This is a fan channel exclusive, I think, so it'll be easier to get at most of the online retailers. For the retro-carded Iron Man War Machine, seeing this, I didn't do the 5-inch line, but I was haunting the toy halls at that time. So I remember seeing things like this. So it's not quite nostalgic in the same way as the retro-carded Star Wars is, but seeing War Machine, which they said was pearlescent, the promo pictures make it look very, well, kind of ghostly. I mean, it's already just standard human musculature between the more visually interesting armor parts. To make that ethereal grayish white on top of it, it kind of... it still looks badass, though. And I'm pretty sure this is reuse of the deluxe War Machine we got a couple of years ago. For the Spider-Man 60th anniversary, we're getting a Japanese Spider-Man. And this makes me glad I passed on the figure arts, because even with the rising Marvel Legends prices, this will still be cheaper than that. And it doesn't have the scary crotch like the Bandai version does. Look at this thing. Look at it! They said this was a Mr. Fantastic torso, and new pinless limbs, and then a new head, of course. I did kind of regret passing on that SHF, so yeah, second chances. Then they hit me in the nears and dears because, oh man, X-Men, give me anything and everything. As soon as they pushed out this TV-looking Mojo World box, I was sold. There's just some things that you would do dirty things for, and mine is Mojo World stuff. It's crazy that I was on PlayStation chat last night with my best good friend Brett, and we were talking about needing a new long shot. So tonight we're going to talk about becoming millionaires, because apparently we have magical powers. This hits all the beats I wanted with a new long shot. It has his jumpsuit. Well, I mean, it looks like long shot. That was the biggest beat I was wanting. Even made sure to point out that he comes with 3 fingers, as he should. Well, 3 fingers and a thumb. 4 fingers? How's that work? Before moving to the rest of the set, they also pointed out it comes with ex-baby Wolverine. Now, I could probably wish upon a star for the rest of the team, but it's hard to imagine how they're going to fit the rest of that in other places. Are there going to be several Mojo World Well, okay, I guess they could, because they could do another Shatterstar, and they could do Spiral. It's cool, but not as cool as Longshot. Or Outback Dazzler, who is also a part of this box set. And it took me a minute to realize, oh man, we already have a couple of Dazzlers. Good-looking Dazzlers. The one with the jacket is... I usually relate that with the arcade game, but then there's classic Disco Dazzler. This is right in my sweet spot. Again, I mean, I like everything X-Men, but Outback X-Men... Pointing at my heart. But the centerpiece of this set is, of course, Mojo, and I've already seen opposing viewpoints on this. Yeah, like some other Hasbro redos of Toy Biz things, the paints aren't as detailed, especially if you're looking at that original Mojo. That thing was just gross. You almost didn't want to hold it in your hand thinking, this is gonna give me something that I'll have to go to the doctor and see about. But Dwight also pointed out that they're tweaking on the paint apps with the liver spots and the grossness. So hopefully by the time we see this released, it'll be a bit more yucky. I tried to avoid saying yucky this whole time, but I want a little bit more yucky. For me, the original, it was always about the size. He just seems so small with the rest, especially as the size creep happened over the years. This new one, oh, it's the size I've been wanting. And apparently more articulated. All those little metal tentacles on the chair have several points of articulation apiece. But can they hold it up like in the comics? During this whole live stream, it was sitting directly on the ground. Will those tentacles be able to hold the weight? Or is there some kind of clear stand that goes underneath to elevate it slightly? Maybe? I don't know. But along with the extra arms, extra head to give you even more grossness to it, yeah, this set is mine. Y'all need to just step aside when this goes up for pre-order, which I haven't even talked about yet. This is one of this year's con exclusives, or at least they're calling it that. It used to be San Diego exclusives and then PulseCon exclusives. This year, they're just going, hey, it's May. Here you go. So apparently this is popping up on Pulse. And then to finish things off, as they usually do on Marvel Legends live streams, there was a little tease. This time it's a hand holding a rectangle of some sort. And they made sure to point out, oh, hey, have you been wanting a new Gambit or a jacketless Gambit or a Gambit with a new jacket? They said Gambit so much, I felt like that was kind of a... They're trying to trick us. Could this be a bullseye of some kind? And that's all I got. I can't think of... Once I picture that rectangle as a playing card, my mental options are way more narrow. I guess we'll see soon enough with as many live streams as they've been doing lately. Give it a month or two. All of this stuff should be going up for pre-order. Well, this video will go on Patreon Wednesday, goes up on YouTube Thursday. I think most of this goes up sometime during Thursday. If you enjoy these rundowns, let me know. Because it's not only me trying to condense all the information while giving my own thoughts on it, it allows me to burn it into my brain. I enjoy doing this, and if you like me doing this, then let me know if you want more of this. And I'll do more of this. Much love to the plus chair won't roll. If you're interested in seeing videos early or in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on the Fwoosh. At least I'm hoping that this was quick and kind of concise, because in the middle I got a phone call saying that I may be a grandfather earlier than expected. It's only by a couple weeks, but with me being out of town for Star Wars Celebration, things are about to get chaotic in the Robo household. Plus she lives 2 hours away. Got to make trips. I don't talk about personal stuff a lot, so I apologize, but there's an excitement in the air. Gonna be spoiling a grandchild soon. It's crazy.